Okay. Say something.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
And then chew directly into the microphone.
Please do. You sound like one of the Doom monsters eating a fella.
If that fellow was filled with toast, with crunchy toast.
Yep.
I told the doctor
Phil-
the operation to replace my bones with crunchy toast was too risky.
Phil, it's a well-documented fact that bones and toast have roughly the same crunch consistency. Yep. Femur.
Just doing that good Foley work that we need.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll save the rest of this last piece of toast for during one of our trailers.
Okay.
I wonder why they don't sell toast at movie theaters. It's an extremely delicious snack. It's nutritious. It's comfort
very
food.
loud.
It makes you feel real comfortable to be eating toast,
Mm-hmm.
How is every little thing?
It's good. I'm sleepy.
Oh, why are you so sleepy? Why so sleepy?
Because I had to be up early this morning.
Pourquoi?
For work.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid capitalism.
Goddamn capitalism.
All I want to do with my time is record podcasts with brother and play Pokemon Black. But no, I gotta go work so I can buy food.
Yeah. Also, stupid food. Why I gotta eat you? Why can't I just be?
I like food. Food's delicious, and there's lots of different kinds and makes my mouth happy. So I'm not here to complain about having eat food. I'm not one of them like, oh, I just want Soylent. I'm just gonna eat Soylent and game. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, but I like, video games, but if somebody told me okay, you have to play this video game for a certain amount of time at these times every day, I'd probably get sick of that shit real quick. I don't like having to do stuff. I like that food is tasty, but I don't like that I have to eat it. I would like to choose to eat it when I feel like it.
I lied about not eating toast anymore until the food.
Just proving a point. Just proving your point that food is good.
It is good. I mean, I'd rather the opposite was true. I'd rather I didn't have to stop eating food when my body told me to. Because sometimes my body, I put food in it, and I'd like to eat more of the food because food is tasty. But then my body's like, please don't. Please don't put any more of the food. And sometimes I overrule that feeling, and boy howdy, worse feelings after that one. But no, if I could just be like, no, actually, I'm going to be done eating when I'm done, when I decide, my brain, not my stupid tum-tum.
Yeah.
Or butt area.
Oh, God. Oh, pooping, that's a whole other thing.
Also one of life's simplest pleasures, and I won't have you spurry its reputation.
The other day, Mom was just like, I hate pooping.
She can't help it. She was raised Catholic.
That's true. It's shameful.
Yeah. She was taught not to take pleasure in your body's simple activities.
She was working on her computer, and she just stood up and went, ah, and went to the bathroom. And she came back, and she was like, I hate pooping.
I mean, in the universe of the cell phone and the Nintendo Switch and the Game Boy, it's like, pooping is, you can just take all your activities with you. It doesn't need to be the timely interruption. I mean, if you look back at pooping when our ancestors invented it, you had to leave the whole house to go do a deuce out. You had to go into the outhouse, or the Romans, they would go to the public baths and then do it in there. And they all pooped. You had to poop in the same big bathtub.
That came later though, right? Because originally you just pooped while you were walking and it just fell. And then we all started living together, and everybody was like, hey, maybe we should have one spot for poop because it's very smelly and we don't want it everywhere.
Also, maybe we should either get the extra doo-doo off of our butts afterwards or invent pants or something, because I'm sick of looking at everybody's crusty brown eye walking around the village.
And then Toby was like, how about both? And they were like, shut up. Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
No, yeah, Toby's right again. And also we'll poop in a hole or just in our fields. Just in our fields, and then the poop it'll help to make our crops grow. But then you
I
step
pooped
in.
on my corn and it's bigger now.
Yeah, and also I grew the corn to use the cobs to, do Toby's work, as we call it now. But like, just stepping around barefoot in your own turds all day, you get nasty, you get all sorts of critters up in your body. So you got to dig a big old hole, keep those critters at bay.
Yeah.
Now that hole lives in our homes with us, which would be, I think, at first very distressing to our ancestors. Oh, you poop in the good, clean water? Why would you poop in your good, clean water? What a silly future I've come to. You've all just
No.
me.
No. This water is just for poop. It's the poop water.
This is just doo-doo water, and then it go away. Oh, now I understand your future is good and cool.
Yeah.
Should we? Do you want to? Do you want to wrap up our history of poops podcast and maybe switch over and do our movie and provie one that we like to do?
Yes.
Thank you,
oh my
everyone.
God, can we start a history of poops podcast?
Yeah,
I'd be there for that.
For listening to the first episode of Histories of Doo-Doos with Phil and James. We talk about the histories of everybody's good bathroom time. I want to say thank you to James. I want to say thank you to Uncle Rusty's doo-doo bucket for the use of their song. Pinching one out. You can find more other stuff on Bandcamp.
Also, thank you to our buttholes for making poop.
Oh man, I'm done.
You make this podcast possible.
So done talking about this. I'm absolutely repulsed with us.
Look, man, poop is funny.
It is funny. That's why we do it.
You could travel to any time and be in any culture, and if you could communicate that, like, poop is a thing, people would laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. First contact with aliens is just bonding over stuff come out. Smell bad, stuff come out. No, let's make the movie one. Let's do that one. Let's do that podcast now. How about?
Okay. This one also does involve a great big pile of shit, but it's the movie we watched this week.
Sweet burn. Good segue and terrific burn. 10 out of 10, James.
Thank you.
Well, let's just get right on into it. Welcome to Movie and Provie.
Hello!
This is the world's first and foremost, as far as I know, film repair podcast. I'm your licensed and board-certified film repair technician, Film Strumsman.
And I'm your executive film form, James Kettler.
How are you, James?
Good. I'm well.
Let's pretend that we're
poop.
saying hello to each other for the first time in case you make the correct decision and cut everything that we've set up until this point.
I absolutely will not.
If you want to go ahead and just leave on the cutting room floor the 12 straight minutes of me eating crunchy toast and us talking about doo-doos, I would not hate you for that decision.
The toast, maybe. The poop stays.
Oh, leave the gun. Take the doo-doo turds.
Yep.
James, it's early in the morning.
It is.
On a Monday. Ugh.
We hate those.
You didn't reply to all those really good Garfield memes I sent you on Twitter.
I didn't have a response.
There is no response.
No.
I went down a real rabbit hole of just the most wonderful grandma-made Facebook Garfield memes.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just right. There could not be more directly in the wheelhouse of my internet aesthetic. Anyway, it is Monday. And we do have that Monday blues, got all those weekend crusties in our eyes and noses. So we want to just have a big old cup of Joe, big steaming hot cup of Joe, maybe splash a little bit of water on our faces, and then get into maybe warm up on some trailers. How about?
Yeah.
Yes. You approve of this
Yes,
idea.
I do. Let's do it.
Okay, just heading on over to Apple Trailers here. I did watch 2 very good trailers in bed this morning, James. I know we don't normally
Which
talk about this.
which
But I
ones?
watched a trailer for that new Steve McQueen movie, Widows, which looks fucking fantastic.
Mm.
And I also watched a trailer for the Suspiria remake that also looks pretty terrific.
Oh, that has a trailer now. Neat.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Suspiria to mine eyes.
Good. Bright neon colors everywhere and witchy stuff happening.
Yep.
Good. Good.
A lot of people staring dramatically in an Italian
Into the
kind of
foreground.
way. Yeah.
Yep.
So right now, just out of the gate, I'm looking at a movie poster with a bunch of surfers on it, and that feels like it's probably going to be stupid. Called Breath.
Called what? I don't see it.
Breath.
What?
Breath.
Breath?
Breath.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Let's scope that out.
So was
man.
that teenage boy fucking that man's wife? Is that what was happening?
I don't know. I was pretty bored by the end of that trailer, so I had kind of disassociated.
Yeah, I have no idea what that movie is about. There's boys, they surf, the man from The Mentalist is there, and I think maybe one of them boys was fucking the mentalist's wife.
Yeah.
Or wanted to.
I don't know. I mean, they probably wanted to. Look, this movie might be good. I don't know. That trailer was boring. But there is one major problem with it that I'm seeing right out of the gate that I think we can fix quite easily.
Yeah.
James, we're recording this podcast in the month of what?
June.
And June, as everyone knows, is Pride Month. And unfortunately for this trailer, it is currently illegal to be straight. It's against the law.
For this month.
For the month of June, you can't be straight. It's against the law. All these boys and men's in this movie were all just like putting their hands on ladies, the fellow teen girls and mentalist wives alike.
Yep.
And we can't have it, unfortunately.
Yep.
So what's a nice big gay surf movie we could make?
Well, Phil, I think they've already made that one. It's called Point Break.
Point Break is objectively the only good surf movie that's ever been made.
Yeah.
Now, bank robbing and surfing are two things that go together like chocolate and peanut butter. You know what else goes together with surfing in a really good way? Maybe not like chocolate and peanut butter, maybe more like chocolate and
nougat.
And whipped fluffy nougat.
Yeah. What?
Is, of course, Gundam style mech warriors.
Did you have that the whole time, or did you just have to think of something with that long sip?
I had nothing.
Okay, so it's a movie about a giant sentient robot, like Iron Giant style, who wants to learn how to surf, but he can't because he's very heavy and he keeps sinking, and he makes out with other robots.
No, incorrect.
Okay.
That's not a Gundam, James. That's just a robot. Gundams are mechanical suits driven by a human pilot.
Yeah.
So it is in the future, and you know the space has been colonized. Technical advancement has achieved things that we never thought possible before, and we've actually reached a world of post want, post need. You know, like. No, everyone has food. Post scarcity. Thank you. Everyone has place to live. Everyone has health care, and there's no wars anymore. But there were big ones. We had big wars. We developed big robot fighting technology in order to better see our enemies crushed under our massive robot boot. But now wars are all over and we're all chill and we just like to hang out and party all the time. But what do we do with these big robots? What am I going
Make
to do
them
with
surf.
this big robot? Yeah. The most challenging thing you can do with a robot designed for fighting is make it carve the waves in the most elegant of way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when you're done, what do you do with your biggest surf rival, who's also your best friend? You smooch him.
You smooch him good.
Smooch him real good.
You make the robot smooch.
Take off that hot, sweaty robot suit, and you put away your ginormous, incredibly huge surfboard, the size of 4 school buses. This surfboard.
It's actually just a building that you picked up and flattened with your giant robot hands.
Yeah, it's improvisational surfboard creation is also part of it. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just smooch him.
They're both like in the same robot making out, and so the robot is just outside going like.
Yeah, it's doing that thing where it wraps its arms around itself and is like holding itself, and like when people pretend that they're smooching someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this movie will, of course, be called
Gundam Wave.
Gundam Wave is really good. That's a really good one. Mobile Suit Gundam Wave.
Yep. No, wait. Swimsuit Gundam Wave.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yes. Correct. It is 100% called Swimsuit Gundam Wave. Fuck yeah. I'm so there for that. Oh, man. That was good. Should we fix another trailer?
Yes.
Hey, let's check out the trailer for Action Point starring Johnny Knoxville. I have a feeling that'll be bad.
Oh, have you not seen the trailers for Action Point starring Johnny Knoxville?
No, James, are they bad? Can you confirm or deny for me the badness of these trailers?
They don't look good.
All right.
It's hard for me to say now because they're the ad before like every fucking YouTube video I've watched for the past 2 weeks. So at this point, I don't even have an opinion on them because I've just seen them so many goddamn times. But they are bad, so let's watch it.
Okay, great. So the Jackass boys are at it again.
Yeah.
Assignment an amusement park. The premise of this movie seems to be that Johnny Knoxville owns a very, very bad and dangerous amusement park, and a good and safe amusement park opens up. And the movie wants us to sympathize with him as he makes his amusement park more dangerous so that he can make more money.
Yeah. It's the classic like heavyweights, meatballs, like 80s kid comedy, like the scruffy underdogs versus the big bad fancy rich camp. But in this case, what makes the underdogs scruffy is that they could die. They could die at any moment.
They could die, and they will take you with them. They will murder you or disfigure you permanently. But we want you to win the old game of capitalism, you know?
Yep.
So who takes home the most dollars and cents is the only sense that we can make, you know?
It's Phil, would you say you're a fan of the Jackass series?
Not particularly.
I was for a long time, but Johnny Knoxville's like 50 years old now, and it's getting really hard to watch him beat the shit out of himself.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
It hurts.
It's like watching The Undertaker go into the ring to fight John Cena, and it's like, man, you're 115 years old and you can barely move around good on your own.
Yeah.
Like making me sad in my heart.
It was funny when you guys were like 25 and stupid, but now it's just painful to watch. I feel like I should help.
Now, I've got a really good simple fix for this movie that'll make our hearts hurt less and also make it maybe more entertaining.
Yeah.
Is, you know that video game Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yes.
Well, we're already, I don't know if we've talked about it, but our main movie for this week is Doom, which is based on a video game. So let's make this trailer based on a video game, just turn it into Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay, so if it's anything like my experience playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, all the roller coasters end in a giant ramp that sends the cars flying into a fiery crash?
Yes. So I want to retain the aspect of this movie where the rides are very dangerous, and I want to retain the fun experience of Coaster Tycoon, where you do make, you make the devil drop, crank the speed up to 500 miles per hour, and just watch discs of people fly off into the stratosphere.
Yep.
But if we're going to be making a theme park designed to murder guests, the guests have to. They gotta deserve it, kind of, right? Or alternatively, we're seeing things from the perspective. Ooh, now I like this. Okay, so it's more of a horror movie, and our theme park is being created. It's sort of like Cube, that movie Cube.
Yeah.
People wake up and they're like, oh, we're at an amusement park. What's going on? How do we get here? Those stars aren't the stars I've seen above Earth before.
Right.
But the roller coasters, like, no, watch them. They're changing. They're moving. And some sort of unseen, powerful, arcade-esque or celestial figure is controlling the game Roller Coaster Tycoon and making all of the nasty rides and trying to murder all of the people, all of the park guests. But our heroes have to try and survive and escape.
But all our heroes are secretly shitbags?
No, I think the heroes are good, and or maybe we've got, how in Cube some of them were shitbags and they got murdered, and some of them were nice and lived.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think maybe, say we got half a dozen main characters, kill off 4 of them, 2 of them, a couple ladies find love with each other, and then also a way out of the park. So we're within our legal rights for Pride Month still.
Yep.
And also, we've made a nice, thrilling horror movie based on a classic video game, which a goal that Doom, I think, had.
Yeah. I like it. So they escape by figuring out that if you jump off if you jump out of the cars at the right time after the roller coaster goes out the jump, you make it through the portal and you end up back home.
Back home on Earth.
Because you got to do it in the most extreme way possible.
Yeah, and they're like, "Do you think this will work?" And they're like, "I don't know, but I'd rather die via my own agency than let this roller coaster maniac take us down."
Yeah,
just build a swan ride to lure us in, and then surround it with block after block of fire
and bees
and horrible bees. Yeah, so it's just Roller Coaster Tycoon, I think.
Yeah, and we can just call it that.
We'll call it that because it is an actual adaptation of the video game Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel good about both of those, James. I think that we've done some good works here today.
I think so, too.
Mainly because the phrase swimsuit Gundam wave now exists. And that alone has improved my quality of life significantly.
Yes.
All right, so this week we are talking about the 2005 video game movie adaptation starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Doom.
It bad.
It's a really, boy howdy is it a bad movie. Jeez, oh
Phil,
gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I don't have a ton of good ideas because this movie was so fucking nothing to me. Like, literally, because you could not see most of the shit that was happening in this movie. This movie was about 80% black screen.
Yeah, and the scenes that did occur all took place in one room in somebody's basement, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, why even bother to set your movie on Mars? I think, was it on Mars?
Yes.
Why even bother if you're just going to have... right now I'm in an office and my blinds are closed for podcast reasons. The doors are closed. So I could sit here and say I'm on Mars right now. I'm recording this podcast
this
from
is
Mars.
Mars.
I've gone to the red planet in a big old portal that I made. And now I'm on Mars and it's great and I love it here. That's my movie. Why did you tell me that you're on Mars? It has no bearing on anything that's happening. I don't believe you because I haven't seen the red Mars rocks. Oh, because I'm an idiot is why.
Yeah.
Also, the game Doom is about demons.
Yes. It does take place on Mars, But it's about demons on Mars.
From actual demons from the hell.
Yes.
This movie's about people who get Mars genes in them and then either turn into a superhero or a monster.
Yep.
Depending on whether you were genetically predisposed to be a nasty person.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool plot,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this isn't movie complainy. This is movie improvy. So, we're not here to talk about James, everyone out there, everyone on the street, everyone on the line, they all talk every day like, movie was bad. I didn't like it. You made a bad movie for me. But you know what no one does?
They don't try to make them better.
They don't fix them.
People like to just whine. Which is fine. I like to complain too, but sometimes you gotta offer a solution.
Exactly. Stop pointing out problems and pointing out a better path forward. And that's what we do here in the film repair department.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my first idea here is there's a scene in this movie where this movie seemed to think that movies based on video games should replicate the experience of playing a video game, which I think is a very silly endeavor.
Yeah.
But this movie apparently felt that one of the best parts about playing a shooter video game is getting a big new gun. And they really wanted the audience to get big new gun. So they have a whole scene where The Rock Johnson just walks into a room with a big special gun in it and just makes eye sex to the gun for a while.
A big fucking gun, Phil.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a little window into my title for my movie idea, which is called Gunfucker.
It's just about a man who likes to fuck guns.
Yeah, a person who is, just goes all over the world and worlds to try and get the biggest, best, most special gun and then do dirty sex to it.
So, that's, okay. Is the gun sentient?
Oh, maybe that's our hook is up until this point, no, but there's a special new gun out there. A gun that
that's
thinks,
alive
a gun
and
that
has
knows.
feelings.
Yeah, and a gun that can love. It's kind of like Her, except instead of a computer operating system, it is a handheld machine of death.
That's some very risky sex that man is going to be engaging in.
Yeah, man or woman. I haven't committed to that either way, but I do want it to be. That movie Crash, not the bad movie Crash, but the good movie Crash, where James Spader fucks Chris Maloney in the back of a convertible.
Yeah.
You know how they crash cars into each other and fuck up their bodies in order for sexual pleasure?
Yes.
I think in order to fuck a gun, you gotta shoot yourself with it.
Okay.
So I think this person is
the gun has to penetrate you.
The gun must penetrate you, which sounds
with its
prescriptive,
bullets.
but I make the rules. I'm not the gun fucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think this movie has kind of a Cronenbergian body horror aspect to it, as our gun nut. Do you get it? I used nut as a verb. The gun is nutting. Oh
God, yes, I got it. Yep.
The gun nut, and it,
it nuts bullets.
It nuts bullets, and so or laser beams or whatever. And so our hero is throughout the movie just getting real messed up, real bad. Pleased to be giving me your idea.
Well, as always, Phil, let's start with my worst first.
Mm-hmm.
There's a man in this movie who has no legs because he go through teleporter and legs got transported somewhere else.
Yeah, his head went here, his ass went across the universe.
So what if his ass tried to get back to him?
Ooh, the return of the ass.
The Odyssey, legs.
Yeah, that's good. The odd assy.
Yeah, it's just about, a person's lower half, waist down, on a quest to get back.
Now
get back home.
There's no top. So this gentleman had some sort of cybernetic mods put on him. He had some cool wheels put on him.
Yeah.
To replicate his bottom half. I don't think that his bottom half has that. I think it just walks backwards and it's just a butt.
Yeah.
Maybe it wears sunglasses and smokes a cigarette.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's got one of those little glass bubble space helmets on it. Some aliens found it and it was kicking around. They're like, "Oh no, you can't breathe." And so they put space boots on it and put a little glass bubble helmet over it. And every once in a while it toots and fogs up the glass a little bit when it gets real excited or scared.
Yeah. And the Odyssey, like the actual Odyssey, is primarily about how like your experiences change you so much that even if you make it back, can you ever really go home again?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think this ass, when he finally makes it back, he meets back up with the guy, and the guy already has his cool wheel attachments, and I think the ass learns that it's its own person now.
It is. Yeah, it says so many adventures along the way. I think it can be I'm thinking like sort of a combination of like the first 20 minutes or so of Wall-E, just a really cool outer space silent film. And Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
The ass gets sent away, and it doesn't know why. But it has to make the best of the situation. And along the journey, like you said, it changes a lot, and maybe it falls in love. Maybe it finds an alien species that looks exactly like man's ass. And, they find a connection with each other. And, as it gets home to sort of reunite with the top half of its body, it realizes that, like, now that I'm my own person and I do have this love, I've been striving for something for so long that I thought would complete me in a very literal sense. But I've been completed in so many other ways. It's time to turn my focus to those. And then we see it go back to its wife, and they're both just butt cheeks, and they just smooch their butt faces into each other. Oh, we do have to make it.
When they kiss.
It is the law. That's good. It is the law. We do have to make it gay, so it is. It's a boy though. It's his husband.
Yeah, they're both boy butts. Or I mean, maybe the aliens don't necessarily even have a gender. Maybe they just like look like boy butts. So like where our testicles are, that's they eyes, and the penis is they nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. The Odyssey. That's a good one. I don't think that's your worst idea at all. I think it's terrific.
Oh, well, I've got some other ones on here that might be the worst ones.
So I really love the idea of groups of space marines, of groups of marines who discover a portal and then go through it for exploration. Big fan of Stargate. And I kind of want to stay with the idea of it being a video game movie.
Okay.
So what if we just tweak it a little bit, and it is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it is his team of space marines, and they find a big old portal. And it's kind of like more like the opening of Stargate, because they're like, we don't know where it goes, we don't know who built it. Archaeologists have just uncovered it. We don't understand. It's made from some sort of like this, some sort of crazy green metal that we've never even seen before. We can't even identify the atoms, but we know that like we've sent objects down through it, and it leads to somewhere. So their team goes through, and that game, is it, what's that video game? Is it The Last of Us? The video game where it's zombies, but they're like mushroom creatures. It's fungus.
Yes. Yeah, that's The Last of Us.
So yeah, I think they get through and they're almost immediately assaulted by hideous mushroom creatures. And there's also some sort of like chimera-esque flying monsters. But pretty soon they learn that what at first were they thought were sort of just ancient brick alien structures floating in the sky above them can be mined for resources, and some contain powerful items that can aid them on their quest. And so they make their way through exploring this world and battling the creatures there and try and find their way home, until they discover that there's a beautiful princess who needs their help.
And also there's evil turtles.
Yeah.
Because this is a Super Mario movie.
It's the Super Mario Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like that. So, Phil, have you ever read the game manual for Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo?
Probably not. I mean, maybe when I first got it, but not recently.
So, you know how in Super Mario World, all the blocks are like them yellow guys with the eyes, and then you hit them and they turn brown and the eyes close?
Do you kill them dead?
Those bricks are actually people. They're citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom that Bowser turned into bricks.
Oh no.
So, presumably, every time you get a mushroom out of one of them, like, that's the head of the toad that got turned into a brick that you're eating.
That's dark.
So I would just like to incorporate that into your idea also, that these alien structures they find are actually constructed from the corpses of people, and they got to eat their body parts to get strong and escape.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's real nasty there and real creepy, and it's like sort of like H.R. Giger's Super Mario World.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
the rock-
kind of the aim that the people who made the actual Super Mario movie were going for, allegedly.
Yeah, that definitely picked up on that. They missed the mark slightly. We, of course, would nail it when we did ours.
Right, it would actually be very spoopy.
What else you got, James?
There's a bunch of people that get killed by doors in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Lady at the beginning gets her hand cut off by a door. Monster gets trapped in a door. Door malfunctions. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson gets pulled through it and eaten up by aliens.
Mm-hmm. I'm not supposed to die, he says loudly.
Yeah. I was the protagonist.
Oops, now I'm evil, and it's a very young Carl Urban instead.
Which was very good. I did like that, and I love Carl Urban.
Yeah, he's terrific.
Anyway, so Killer Doors movie, I'm thinking it takes place on, a starship,
Mm-hmm.
like a Star Trek type ship, and the ship has gotten some kind of virus, and now it wants to kill all the passengers. And the way it does that is just by shutting them sliding doors on them whenever they try to escape.
Kind of is just Cube, though, huh?
Does Cube have a lot of killer doors?
Yeah,
I
really.
haven't seen. I thought Cube just killed people with like laser beams or spike walls or stuff.
They do. So the doors do lead into rooms, but the doors themselves are also very deadly. Now, in your scenario here, are the doors sentient, or is it just some sort of computer malfunction?
I think that it's like I don't think the doors themselves are sentient. I think there is a sentient force doing it. Like maybe some sort of space ghost got into their computers.
Is it the ghost of Jim Morrison?
It is now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit and died on Earth and then got launched into space because God did not want him. And he's been just traveling through the empty black darkness for years and years and years as his rage and his resentment grows. Until finally an unsuspecting spaceship crosses his path, and he does invade its computer and controls the only thing that his mind can remember from his earthly life: doors.
The doors.
Yeah. And he uses them to squash folks.
Yep. And there's a big dramatic scene where like two of the main characters are like, we've got to get to the escape pods. And like the door, very dramatically slowly opens and they can see the escape pods. And they run through and the door doesn't kill them. And they get into an escape pod and they launch out. But then, oops, he's in the escape pods too. And he just opens the door to the escape pod and launches them out into space.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, you can't escape me. You can't get anywhere because how would you get there? Through a door.
Mm-hmm. There is definitely at least one time when someone looks into the camera and says, all the doors are closed. We've got to break on through to the other side.
Yeah, definitely. And then someone gets a big gun and they're trying to escape. They've been locked into the room because he won't open any of the doors for them. And somebody gets a big old gun out and they say, sometimes when God closes a door, he opens a window. Then they shoot a hole in the wall and make a window and they go through it.
Yep. So that one might be my worst idea.
Or maybe they kill him because he's invaded their computer system, so they just wipe their hard drive and install Windows on it because he can't control that.
But then their spaceship runs really shitty and they have to debug every 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then instead of Jim Morrison, they're dealing with Clippy instead. So there's a scene in this. Sorry, are you okay? I made you choke on your vape clouds.
Yeah, it was good.
There's a scene in this movie near the end where Carl Urban gets the magic juice and turns into a super alien. and it is shot in like a first-person shooter perspective that is super fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Hey, people love video games. We're making a movie based on a video game. Well, it should look exactly like a video game.
And just like a video game, all them big scary monsters you've been afraid of this whole movie, theoretically, now just kind of walk really slowly and lumber at you in the corner of the frame so you can get good headshots.
Yeah, get them sweet headshots.
Yeah.
What do people like about video games? I think is it playing them? Is it controlling a protagonist? Is it guiding the direction of the action and, feeling like you're a part of the story? No, I think what people like about video games the most is the experience of when you're stuck at your weed dealer's house and he won't let you leave and you have to watch him play Halo for an hour and a half. That's what people like the most.
Yeah.
Let's have that. So anyway, I like the idea of turning the first perspective of a video game into a movie entertainment concept. So I thought, what if we had like a third person turn-based JRPG looking ass movie?
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did do a first-person shooter movie already, and I heard it was bad.
It looked
I
bad.
didn't go see it.
A Hardcore Henry or something.
Yeah. So we have to have actors and then also like tiny little sprite versions of the actors that appear on the overmap.
Well, I think it's I think it's kind of just all overmap.
Oh, it's all just from above.
Yeah, it's
like
just
up is north.
Yep, I think it's all from above, and we just watch little actors walking around on the ground, and then when they get into fights with people, it is still turn-based combat.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And each actor and villain and it goes, okay, now it's my turn. I'm going to choose to attack you with my sword, and then
and there is like a 20-minute section of the movie where they're like, oh, we have to go to the temple to get the sacred artifact. But it takes them forever because every 5 steps another fucking monster appears and it's all the same monster and they get really sick of it really quickly.
And so does our audience.
Yeah.
What else you got, James?
Hey, how about I do really like the concept of like aliens mixed with like mysticism or some sort of ancient alien culture. So how about just like an ancient aliens movie?
Okay, is it on Earth or is it like, are we watching them come to build pyramids?
Yes, I want to see an actual like sci-fi aliens movie set in like, pre-science times.
Now, we did kind of make that movie already with Tara Reid Presents Terramorphs. Because it was about aliens coming to ancient Egypt and taking over and building pyramids.
Is that what that movie was about?
That is exactly what that movie was about.
I knew there were aliens and also mummies in it, but I thought it was still set in present day. Was it not?
No, it was set in ancient Egypt, and that's why we cast a bunch of rowdy ancient Egypt teens.
Oh, that's right.
To take the form of, yeah, you can all go listen to the episode yourself.
Yep. Well, hey, let's just make that one again. That was a good one.
What if we twist that slightly and you know about like the Aztec astronauts or Mayan astronauts? It was Mayan astronauts. Do you know about the Mayan astronauts? They had
maybe
drawings of guys who looked like an astronaut in a spaceship. People who already are inclined to believe that ancient aliens have come to visited the Earth are like, well, yeah, they came and they gave their technology to the Mayans who then just farted around in space. So yeah, we could make it an ancient Mayan astronaut alien kind of a situation and follow some just regular folks, make it like a nice period movie like Street Level Life and, peak of Mayan culture and civilization. And, they're doing great. But what's this? What's this come out of the sky? It's a big old alien spaceship. And the aliens are benevolent and they become friends with the Mayans and they teach them about, it's sort of like Star Trek First Contact. They teach them about space flight and work together. And then it's about the plucky group of astronauts who don their Mayan space helmets and go up and explore the stars above for the very first time.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of a combination of like Prometheus, Space Cowboys, and
but not bad.
Yeah. And Star Trek First Contact.
And also Contact with Jodie Foster.
Yeah, and also just all the Contact movies.
Yeah, I like that. So does it end with them going to space, or do they get up into space partway through and then we see their fun space adventures?
I think the big climactic payoff is the spaceship works, and all the down in whatever the equivalent of Houston in ancient Maya is, they all cheer. And then they go up into space, and it's beautiful there, and they see the Earth from above for the first time. And I think that's probably our ending.
Yeah, that's very nice. I like that.
It's just a nice, fun, and also again they're all gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got an idea here. Again, I just love Space Marine stuff. I love just, outer space ensemble casts of any form. So I've got a couple of quick ideas here in that genre. One of them is I just called Starship Troopers, but ship like in an internet way, like when you ship two people.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of Space Marines, but we follow it's sort of like teen romance drama also, and they're constantly like hooking up with each other, and then but they're in love with somebody else, but then the person that I love loves somebody else, but now we're hooking up, and like how over the course of like a CW show you'll see a kind of every permutation of relationship come and go, and it's like now Alaric is having kids with what?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
sort of a one tree planet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think it's I think the Space Marines are a combination of across the gender spectrum, and the hookups they're just going every single which way. And maybe they fight
at one point everyone is
too.
dating everyone.
Not at the same time, but over the course of the series. This one would be a series.
At one point, everyone's dating everyone.
Oh, yeah. We're all just a big old poly group of Space Marines now.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go on a bug hunt.
And then they do also have sex with the bugs.
And then maybe not. I don't want it to feel like because here's my problem with that joke. It retroactively makes it feel like we were implying that them all fucking each other was weird if they're just a bunch of sex freaks now. That's not what I was trying to get across.
Okay, yeah, you're
they're
right.
Normal, healthy relationships between human beings that they're having. They're not like a bunch of nasty, eyes wide shut fuck party people.
Okay, yeah.
It's not a hedonist thing. It's relationship drama.
Yeah, it is love.
So The Rock used to be a wrestler.
He did?
Yeah. Space Wrestle Marines is an idea that I have.
So they're Space Marines, but just like in their downtime, they run a backyard wrestling league? No,
it's a world where all of the Marines are wrestlers, and they're all different wrestlers, like colorful WWF, WCW, like big personalities. The Rock is The Rock, and Mankind is there, and The Undertaker, etc. Or not necessarily those specific wrestlers, but wrestlers in that vein. And they're Space Marines, and they go through portals to fight aliens, but they fight aliens not with big Space Marine machine guns, but with DDTs and chokeslams and German suplexes.
Chairs to the head.
Yeah, and I think the aliens are not so much aliens, as more like, like Finn Balor's The Demon.
Yeah.
They're just like that. They're wrestlers in goofier outfits.
Yeah. Kane is there.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. I took these notes late last night. I have a note here that just says catapult guns.
So it's a gun that shoots catapults? And then the catapult goes off and launches a rock at you.
Neither. It's because in this movie, all the guns in this movie like make people fly across the room and crash through things.
Yeah.
So what about a gun that just like grabs you and then just hucks you somewhere?
Okay. And then that's a movie how?
I don't know. Just a movie where they have them. I don't know.
Mhm.
I also
It's
wrote
about
down
the woman who invented catapult guns.
Yeah. It's a biopic. Is it biopic or biopic? Because I've always said biopic, but I've really only ever read that word.
I'm team biopic because biopic sounds too literally like what it actually is, which is a biographical picture.
Right.
Biopic also sounds like a photo of somebody doing a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like bio break, but I'm going to go take a bio break and take a couple of biopics while I'm in there.
Yep.
Gotta send them to my doctor.
Yeah,
no,
I have one other very dumb bad idea that I just want to get out of the way. Rosamund Pike, who is in this movie, does surgery on one of the monsters.
More of an autopsy.
I wrote down Dr. Demon, MD. It's about a demon doctor who just works on demons.
Oh, is the doctor a demon, or is the doctor like, I ran out of places to do my residency, but I got a really good offer in hell.
I was going to say he's a demon, but I like that better.
Yeah, no, she goes down into hell and she's like, look, I don't like you. You don't like me, but I took a Hippocratic oath and I'm going to sew your tail back on.
I'm going to get that pitchfork out of your kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she does meet a demon and they fall in love.
Yeah. Yep. And then, free all of the human souls from hell.
Or she realizes that the demons are actually the good guys the whole time, and she releases them to Earth to wreak havoc.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, too. She falls in love with Satan, actually. And she and Satan finally bring the Empire of Hell onto Earth, and everyone has a nice big party with their best friend, Satan, the devil who lives in hell.
Yeah. Who, again, is a lady because they are gay. I
have one more idea before we pick one. Do you have anything else you want to get off? Get out there?
No, I don't.
My last idea is I watched Event Horizon last night.
Just as a companion piece to this movie, because they're very similar.
So that was just Event Horizon, I think.
But just do the full R-rated version that was supposed to come out.
Event Horizon is very R-rated.
It was supposed to be like way gorier than it was, but the studio cut a lot of it before it got released.
Event Horizon is crazy fucking gory. It was supposed to be gorier than that?
Yeah, you know that scene at the end when, I think it's when Sam Neill's hallucinating, and there's just all those like quick cuts of the main characters, like with barbed wire going through their face and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was originally like a whole sequence of the movie and like things that actually happened.
Jesus, yeah, because there's a lot of real gnarly stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
Like people tearing their eyeballs out and stuff.
Yeah. It was supposed to be way, way worse.
Well, that movie rules, and it's basically Hellraiser in outer space, and so we'll just do that one.
Yep.
Okay.
I also had that idea, but I did not write it down.
Oh, okay.
Because I did think while watching this movie, I would rather be watching Event Horizon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so James, are any of these ideas speaking to you? I gotta say that me personally, I'm kind of drawn to the Odd Assy or Gunfucker. Are probably my two favorites.
I like both of those too. I also like Dr. Demon MD.
Fuck.
MD does stand for medical demon.
Well, no, not if they're a human.
Nope, they're Dr. Demon, medical demon.
Well, okay, but
demon is her name.
Medical demon is medical : demon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like we've already plotted out the Odd Assy, and maybe we can put that one aside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like Dr. Demon M. Demon gives us a lot more to work with in terms of plotting it out. Because Gunfucker also, we kind of just laid that all out already.
Yeah, he wants to fuck a gun.
They want to fuck guns. Yeah, so Dr. Demon MD, now what if it's sort of the setting is like, remember that show Alien Nation?
Yes, with James Caan.
Yeah, and it's kind of in media res, and like humans and aliens we've already met each other, and we're now trying to like work through how that works and how we get along together as a society.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe Dr. Demon MD, we already have found a portal to hell, and we're in media res, and like mankind knows that hell is real and knows that you can get there, and maybe we're sort of still like kind of figuring out what that looks like and how we deal with that.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Demon MD's, you know, w- want hey, Doctors Without Borders. That's what's the biggest newest border in the world. It's the portal to hell. I'm gonna cross that border, do some good, do some good missionary work.
Oh, so she is motivated by altruism and not like a career failing.
Yeah, I mean maybe we could make her kind of a complex character who is like maybe Doctor Strange style. Is like used to be the best surgeon in the world, but then after some sort of big controversy, um, gets like loses her status, and now she's
Mm-hmm.
like, if I really want to make a splash, the best way to do that is to go to hell and sew up demons.
But then as she's there, she realizes it's actually the right thing to do because they have a horrible life. They live in a lake of fire.
Yeah, and I think that she, at first she's real resentful about it. She hates the demons. She's like, look, I'm not here for my bedside manner, gammon. I'm not here to play nice with you and your nasty demon friends. I'm just here to, put your balls back.
All 5 of them.
All of them, all over your face where they were, because you're a nasty demon. And I think she hears about Satan a lot, and maybe never sees Satan. Maybe isn't even really sure if Satan is real. She's like, people call this hell because there's fire everywhere, and you guys have horns and look like demons. But there's a scientific explanation, I'm sure. There's no such thing as Satan.
Yeah.
Now, are we creating a world in which hell is a party zone and does actually rule? Or are we creating a world in which hell is hell and the demons are getting actually fucked up a lot and we need to liberate the demons?
The second. I think hell is an awful place that the demons were put in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they got to get out so they can throw a party.
So Satan is real and is a bad guy in this one.
No, Satan's a good guy. He was unjustly thrust into hell by God.
So God is the villain.
Yes.
So our Dr. Demon M. Demon does meet Satan, and Satan is a cool, powerful lady, and they do fall in love, and then lead their army of demon warriors up into heaven to crash the gates of heaven and kill God and set the world right.
Yeah. And everybody all the souls who are in heaven are like real pious on their high horse dicks, and we get to watch all them get slaughtered too.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe what one of the Dr. Demon M. Demon, maybe one of her big realizations, is turning point, is like, these demons, everything I do them, every time I fix them, they heal real good, real crazy.
Yeah.
And there's also lots of extra loose demon parts just sort of lying around. So she's like, hey, here, let me try something real quick. So, doctor mask on, hand me 50 cc's of suture. Now you've got 10 demon arms. And so she makes the demons bigger and more powerful than they ever imagined. And that's what finally gives them the power. And then also, she's like, here's the final part of the plan, my love. I need you to kill me. Satan's like, no, I can't. I don't want to. I love you. I don't want you to become another just nasty soul down here being tortured. But Dr. Demon MD's like, no, look, I figured it out. And she converts to Christianity and rejects hell and rejects all sin and gets baptized and is blessed by a priest. And then Satan kills her. So she goes to heaven, but she takes all her friends with her.
Oh, no.
And that's how they get in.
She just holds their hands and they all get pulled up by the same beam.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, and also, so while she's working on all these demons and they do heal very quickly, she figures out that like, oh, the demons can't die. Like, things don't have to die. God just wants them to die because he's a dick and he wants to judge them.
Mm-hmm.
So once they kill God and destroy heaven, they just give all the people like a little bit of demon juice in them, and now everybody live forever.
Well, that sounds like a nightmare world.
No sickness, no pain no more. That was all God's shit to make this world temporary. So we either have to go to his dumb clubhouse or the burning lake of fire. And we're just going to make Earth a party now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we follow that thought to its natural conclusion, sickness ends, hunger ends, suffering ends, war would then end. Humankind in its new multitude of numbers would colonize space and the outer worlds, and develop technology further, and then, would be able to build big ass robot suits to go surfing in.
Tying it back together.
Yeah.
Yes. So the movie does end with Dr. Demon, M. Demon, and Satan piloting their own Gundams and surfing them, and then they smooch on the sand.
Yeah. And then maybe like maybe that's like a post-credit stinger, and in the end it's like, coming soon, swimsuit Gundam wave. And that'll be the sequel.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, I think we've done it.
I think we hit it out of the park.
Man, we're good at this now.
Yeah. We've really nailed this down to a science.
The movie is, why can't Hollywood do that? Why is it so easy for us to perfect the movie inventing process, but Hollywood is seemingly incapable of doing the same thing?
Because they're full of big idiots.
Yeah, we're just too good and smart. We're geniuses.
Yeah.
And we make movies like Dr. Demon, M. Demon.
And swimsuit Gundam wave.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So let's cast it, I think?
Yes.
We are calling it Dr. Demon, M. Demon, right?
Yes.
Or do you want to call it Dr. Demon, Medical Demon?
I think Dr. Demon, Medical Demon.
Okay, Dr. Demon, Medical Demon.
Because Demon M. Demon just sounds like that's her name.
The M stands for Meredith.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I want to randomize Dr. Demon and Satan. I feel like I want to make a conscious choice to cast those two.
I agree.
And I think maybe Dr. Demon should just still be Rosamund Pike.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll just swap her right over.
Yeah, she deserved a better movie than this one anyway.
Yeah, all she did in this movie was just scream a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So Rosamund Pike is going to be
spout exposition.
Dr. Demon, Medical Demon. Who's our Satan, the devil who lives in hell? Our best friend who we've always talked about but have never put in a movie before.
Well, we need someone strong but vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And someone who just exudes power and confidence and wisdom.
Yeah, so I agree. It should be Cate Blanchett.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, I think that's the only possible choice.
Yep, it's Cate Blanchett. Yep, for sure.
And she definitely is just red with horns and wears fucking bomb-ass power suits.
Yep, exactly my thought also. Yep.
Yeah. And Dr. Demon, the entire movie has to wear a lab coat, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And a stethoscope.
Yeah.
But it's a stethoscope with like 3 of the end parts to listen to all 3 of the demon's hearts at the same time.
Yeah, and it's made out of leather and it's got spikes on it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So who else do we need? I feel like we need God. We need God. We need a little rowdy group of demon friends.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe should we have like any humans? Like how much human Earth stuff before she goes to hell are we going to have?
I don't think much. I think maybe just enough to establish her history and that she's down on her luck and kind of angry.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she needs any major human-to-human interaction, because I think part of it is that at this point in her life, she's kind of isolated from everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we have maybe she's got one either good friend or maybe ex that she's still friends with, somebody who's trying to be a voice of reason, being like, no, please don't actually go to hell to do medical work on demons.
Yeah.
And then, Dr. Demon is like, look, my name's Dr. Demon for a reason. I'm going to go so huge horns back on the face and bodies of hell demons.
And her good friend is well intentioned, but a lot of it is just kind of casual demon racism.
Yeah, they're definitely pretty xenophobic against the old demons in hell. Shall we randomize a friend, God, and then a little group of demons?
Yeah.
Okay. Human best friend from the movie Peter Rabbit. Jiggada, 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 dice. We got a Margot Robbie.
Ooh.
It's going to be our human best friend.
Margot Robbie was in Peter Rabbit. Ugh.
Yep. Doesn't matter now because she's best friends with Dr. Demon. Let's cast the Lord God who lives in heaven.
That fucking dick.
Our most hated enemy.
Yeah.
From the movie Terminal.
Like the Terminal with Tom Hanks?
Nope, like the Terminal with also Margot Robbie.
Oh. Oh, wait, what if her racist best friend turns out to be God the whole time?
Well, I'll tell you. No, unfortunately, her God is Mike Myers.
I love that, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be Mike Myers as God.
Just, oh man. He wants to be worshipped so badly so he can just mug to the camera the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a real fucking celestial gold member.
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's really good. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. Bald-ass Dr. Evilhead, big white beard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He is Scottish for no reason, but that's fine.
Yeah. Demon friends. Let's maybe 3 demon friends.
Yeah, I think there's like a scrapper. He's kind of short and stocky, and he's the one who's got 8 arms by the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's a taller, nerdier one who uses some kind of long range. He uses the really long pitchfork that he swings around real cool.
Also, he knows a lot about the history of hell and its bylaws.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's the dumb, sweet one who just smashes stuff with a big rock.
Okay, maybe also let's put in like a dark emo one.
Mm-hmm,
who's like, this is never gonna work. Hell is supposed to be sadness. I like it here, but also, I have empathy. I'm capable of empathy, and you guys are my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 4 demons. Demon number 1, tank. From the movie Aquaman. Forgot they were making an Aquaman movie.
Mm-hmm. I think it comes out this year.
Oh, really?
Maybe it comes out next year. No, it's supposed to come out this year.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Got a feeling we're going to be fixing it at some point in the future.
Yeah, it comes out in December.
All right. We have got ourselves a Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
From Baywatch and The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, so demon number, what was our, let's bring up a demon name generator too.
I'm already there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a name for our, sort of Drax-esque, many arm having fighter demon, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
I got a Zarzan.
Hell yeah, Zarzan. Zarzan's arms are on, and he's ready to get it on. All right, give me a name for demon number 2. I know a lot of smart history and have a long pitchfork demon. While I cast him up.
He's gonna be Rizak.
Yeah, they're gonna be Rizak. Rizak is gonna be played by an actor from the movie Incredibles 2.
Craig T. Nelson.
It's gonna be Bob Odenkirk for this one.
Fuck yes. Oh man, this is a really good cast we're assembling.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Bob Odenkirk in just big old nasty bone demon makeup. All practical effects, by the way. No CG demons in this one.
Oh yeah. It's all gonna be people in makeup.
It's gonna be 10 hours of bone demon makeup for you, Bob Odenkirk. Sorry, dog. Who is next? We got our Aw Shucks Nice demon.
Yeah, he's very big and very strong and very dumb.
Okay.
But he's a sweet boy.
From the movie Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Oh, and his name is Trograllan. Trograllan?
Trograllan?
Trograllan.
Trog Hi, it's me, Trog Colin. So Trog Colin's going to be played by Rosa Salazar from the Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials, and also the Maze Runner, The Death Cure, and also Alita Battle Angel with the weird eyeballs.
She is Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. We put her in a movie before, I believe.
We have cast Rosa Salazar in a movie before. We have a great working relationship with her, and we're excited to offer her the role of Trog Colin, the rock demon.
Yeah.
Lastly,
just in a
James,
big old foam rock suit.
Yeah, like Michael Chiklis' rock suit.
Yeah.
We'll just use that one probably. I'm sure no one's using it.
Just repaint it, add some stuff. Yeah.
Put some horns on there. Bada boom, bada bang.
Yeah.
Finally, and last of all, cranky emo demon.
Mm-hmm.
Azakath.
He's always like, it's Azakath. And they're like, no, it isn't Azakath.
Shut the fuck up, ass calf. From the movie Annihilation, our pouty emo demon is going to be Benedict Wong.
That's spectacular. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Benedict Wong is just our sado emo ass chain demon.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is a good cast.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. We've done it. We've made Dr. Demon Medical Demon.
Yeah, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be the hit of the summer, and I think people are gonna be just out of their minds waiting for the sequel. Bathing suit,
swimsuit Gundam wave.
Swimsuit Gundam wave. Oh,
yep.
They're just foaming at the mouth for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see more adventures of Dr. Demon and her girlfriend Satan. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Cool. We've done it. We done did it.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Phil.
You're very welcome. Thank you all for listening. Thank you to the band Cusick for the use of your song Dragonfly.
You can find more of their stuff somewhere
on the internet. That's where I found them. Please, if you like this podcast, which you should, because it's very, very good, objectively, you can subscribe on the podcast thing of your choice, and then you don't even have to think about downloading it. When just podcast goes up, you just has it already. So that's super convenient. So subscribe to the podcast. Also, rate and review it would be terrific, because then it helps other people see the podcast, find out about the podcast. And use your mouth and words to tell people in your life about the podcast. Like, hey, you know how you love people talking about how great Satan is and how much God sucks and killing God? I've got the podcast for you. My best friend, Philip Pullman. Other than that, follow us on Twitter at Movie and Provy. Follow me on Twitter at Phil Stressman. Follow James on Twitter at Doc Professor Man. Doc Professor Medical Demon Man. Yeah, follow us on Instagram if you want, movie_improvie. I'm always posting a lot of bad memes and shit posts there. Otherwise, stay frosty, stay gangster, and that's, hey, that's selling Chinatown.
We're doing selling Chinatown now forever.
That's a Chinatown salesman. Which one was it?
It was China salesman, so it would be Chinatown salesman.
Hey, that's Chinatown salesman. Forget it, salesman. That's Chinatown salesman.
Death of a Chinatown salesman.
Yeah. Hey, forget it. Death. That's a Chinatown salesman.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh my God.